This is the Motorbike Racing Show in association with motorcyclesports.net, and you can follow all of the latest on the Greg Haines TV social media channels. So welcome along to the Motorbike Racing Show in a new format for the show now. We're breaking it up into 3 different parts. So we're going to have the news, which is pretty self-explanatory. We're going to have the interview, and we're going to have Around the Table, where a few of us get together and just have a chat about motorcycle racing and life in general. Well, we're starting off with the interview, and joining us will be the 2-time World Superbike champion, Alvaro Bautista. Alvaro, good afternoon, sir, from Talavera de la Reina, and I believe you've just got back from the swimming pool for Grace and Mini Grace and Gina have been swimming, I think.
Hello, everybody from Talavera. Yes, I just left them in the swimming pool because they are learning, for the summertime here in Talavera and to make some fun on the swimming pool, no? So yeah.
I like your hello everybody from Talavera
now
as well.
I'm doing daddy facts, no? I have to do the daddy works.
Yeah, exactly. But you like doing that. You're good at that as well, aren't you?
Yeah. I like to care about my family and to share the time with them. So yeah, I'm really happy. It's different from my rider works, but I enjoy the same.
Yeah, do you not think as well, Alvaro, it makes you do each thing better, because the more you can focus on one thing, you can forget about the other one, and then when you come back to the second thing, you can really hit it head on and do even better, I think.
Yeah, for sure. When you are focused on one thing, is you can do better and better. No, for that is what I explained to you last year. No, that I like to have like 2 different lives, the life in the paddock with the motorcycle, and I just want to be focused on there. And then at home, I don't want to think about the motorbike. No, I just want to be focused on my family and try to do my best and enjoy every moment. No.
I also like the way you said hello everybody at the start of the show. I'm just wondering if you can follow in the footsteps of Jorge Lorenzo and Danny Pedrosa, Pol Espargaro, and maybe do some TV commentary in the future.
Well, who knows? No, but
you don't want to. No, you don't like the idea, do you?
At the moment, I prefer to ride a bike.
yeah, I'm not surprised. Well, actually, that's one of the questions I'm going to ask you about the future in a minute, because I've got some questions in from the channels Greg Haines TV on X and Instagram, and quite a few people are asking about that, the future. But we'll come to that in a minute, Alvaro. What have you made of the season so far? Because let's be honest, we've had these new rules that have been brought in. It's been great for us, I have to be honest, for the neutral point of view. It's been fantastic. But they are designed to try and stop you from winning as easily. I think we all know that. So how have you found it so far?
My opinion has been always the same. No, for me, they made some change on the rules, but the most significantly for me is for sure the convenient weight. No, because for me it's not fair, and sincerely, I don't think that the show we are watching this year with the race we did so far is not due to the weight, to the combination weight, no, because there are other factors, no, like for example, new riders come into the category and they are faster than the other riders in the past. So there are more riders fighting in the top because the quality of the riders, not because the weight, no. And also, I think, for example, Toprak did a step forward with the new manufacturer. He switched. So I think there are many factors to do a really good show. But for me, the weight is not fair, no, because not only for me, but also in the future, no, for the new riders arriving to the World Superbike, that they will start with a handicap, no, the light rider will start with a handicap in this category, and for sure it's not easy, no. And also imagine, no, when a manufacturer have 2 riders, two fast riders, but one of them is 70 kilos and the other is 80 kilos, for sure they will choose always the 80 kilos, no? Otherwise they have to put extra weight on the bike, no? So for me it's not fair, and it's not the way to do this, no? And sincerely, if there was not this rule, I think the show this year was the same. They didn't change nothing, no, because it's more due to the technical regulation with the bike, with the fuel and everything, and the new arrivals from new riders. No, I think it's the combination of that. No, not because the weight is only to make it more difficult for me to ride a bike. But sincerely, in Barcelona, for example, I that it was the how to say the normal race comparing the in Australia that we had to do a change tire, or in Assen that it was raining. So in normal race this year, I went faster than last year without the weight. No, so I mean the weight is not the key of the show. No, the show is because there are more riders fighting with more quality, fighting for better position. No, and I think they have to remove this rule for the future. Otherwise, the new riders will start with a handicap. What I say always.
It's an interesting situation, actually. I don't know whether you can tell us, Alvaro, because some people are saying you've got 7 kilos. Some people are saying you've only needed 2 or 3 in the end. Can you tell us how many kilos you've actually had to add?
I mean, it doesn't matter the kilos, no? The problem is I have to add more kilos to a bike that is working with a setup, and now with more kilos, the bike is heavier. So you have to change the setup of the bike. Also, for me, it's more difficult to ride a bike because already last year I struggled a lot with a lot of movement, with a lot of inertial. I make a lot of difficulties to stop the bike, to make it turn. So this year, all the problems I had because I'm too light, all the problems I had this year increase the problem, no? And the possible advantage I can have that, believe me, was not crazy like many people say. It is reduced, no? So at the end, doesn't matter the kilo I have to add, no? At the end, I can gain some kilo myself because I'm a professional athlete, and if I have to gain some kilos, I work it during the winter to gain it, no? Because I heard that because he gained some kilos during the winter because I'm a professional and I want to be as best performance as possible, no? So if I have to gain some weight, okay, I try, no? At the end, I cannot gain a lot. Otherwise, I lose some agility and some abilities that I had when I'm in my right weight, no? So I have to put on the bike, no? Doesn't matter the kilos I have to add to the bike, no? The fact is that I added kilos in the bike, so the bike is heavier than last year. So I struggle more. The problems I had last year, this year they increase. So it's always worse.
Yeah, I was actually just watching back some footage from the Jerez MotoGP the other week, and Neil Hodgson on the commentary on TNT Sports was saying how difficult it can be for guys like you. And he was chatting with Gavin Emmett about you, Danny, Pedrosa. And, it's easy to forget sometimes that you do have to muscle these bikes around, and they're not light, these bikes, are they? I mean, you do have disadvantages. It's not all about the weight and the advantage on the straight line, is it?
Exactly, no? I mean, at the end, the straight in the racetrack basically is one long straight, but the rest are corners, are braking, change direction. So you have to work a lot with your body, with the bike, because you are small, so you cannot move as a big rider on the bike, and you cannot make the same force on the braking, on the turn to make the bike turn. So we have many disadvantages. But how to say, a big rider doesn't feel this disadvantage because for them it's like a normal, no? So they think that we ride in the corner like them, but on the straight we go faster. But it's not the truth. If you see, I struggle more than the big riders on the corner, no? To make the bike turn, and I have to use more my body, go out of the bike to make it turn, so make more force. So at the end, I have to work more on the bike than a big rider.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really interesting actually to see what's going to happen over the course of the season. So because obviously, Alvaro, let's be honest, and I know you're going to laugh, people will say, "Oh, that's not fair." Well, he's still leading the championship, which you are. But do you think this is going to get more difficult as the season progresses because Toprak's going to get quicker, Jonathan's going to get quicker on the Yamaha, people are going to get more used to what they're dealing with? It's going to be more competitive as the season goes on, I guess.
Yeah, for sure, it will be more competitive. But sincerely, if you tell me at the beginning of the season that I'm leading the championship after the third round, I cannot believe it, because I started with not in my top physically, not in my top with the feeling with the bike. So I was like I was struggling a lot. No, I think now we are more or less on the right way. So we'll be more competitive, but also I feel more prepared to fight against the other. No, so at the end, sincerely, has been a really big surprise for me to be leading the championship in this at this moment. No, especially also after the last round at Assen, that due to the weather, that are conditions that I always struggling a lot with, a lot of cold, with rain, with mixed condition in the races. No, so sincerely, I'm really surprised that I'm leading the championship after these three first rounds.
Just one more question, Alvaro, on the weights, then we'll move on, because I'm sure you're a bit bored of talking about this subject. But what was interesting, and I didn't know they were going to do this, is that they actually published the weights. I don't know whether you saw that after the round at Assen. And it's quite interesting to look at the differences between the riders and the bikes. The big extreme, and I know you've heard all this before, is Scott Redding is obviously, it's still 20 kilos heavier than you. I know Scott will say that's unfair. I guess the only problem is, though, in your defense, you could argue that Scott is still not the fastest BMW. He's been the third or fourth fastest BMW at the moment. So I think it's not just the weight. There's other things going on there as well, aren't there?
No, exactly. No, I think the weight for sure. How to say, the normal riders are not really heavy, like you see with the professional rider in MotoGP, that they are try to be fit and try to be light, because at the end you have to be light, you have to be fast on the bike, the movement. No, so when you are very strong, like for example you say Scott, you make also more difficult to move on the bike. No, but if you want to be a rider, you have to train to be a rider. No, not just to train to make muscle. At the end, basically mostly of the riders are light, are fit. The shape is thin. No, so at the end, if you want to be a rider, you have to prepare and try to be a rider. And yeah, for sure, he started to, how to say, this bullshit about the weight, no? And I think was just to make an excuse, because he cannot go fast with the BMW. And now this year, I'm happy that other riders go really, really fast and win races with that bike, because that means that the bike is ready to win the race. But if the rider cannot win, in fact, cannot make even a podium, to make top 5 is always, well, I don't know if he arrived any top 5 any races during the past, no, with the BMW. But the fact is that he has no weight problem. He has other problem before arrive to this kind of problem of the weight, no. So he has to be focused on himself, and leave the rest to do them work, no. So focus in himself first, and then try to arrive at least to be the best bike in your manufacturer, no?
Yeah, I think that's the key, isn't it, at the moment? I mean, whatever you say or do, you are the top Ducati, generally speaking, although your teammate's been pretty quick, hasn't he? I have to say.
Yeah.
I think Nicolo, where he has had his troubles, has been a lack of experience, but this time next year, he will not be making mistakes with tyre choice. He'll know the circuits on the bike. You're not surprised, though, are you? I know you've already said this. You knew he was going to be this quick because he was so good when he tested last year.
Yeah, for sure. For me, not a surprise. No, I told everybody that one of the riders fighting for the championship this year will be Nicolo. No, at the moment has been really 3 special rounds in the championship. No, for the conditions, for sure he have a lack of experience. No, but I'm sure that from Misano ahead. He will be more competitive, more consistent, and he will have more experience. And especially in Misano, he will be the man to beat because he knows very well the track. He's in Italy and he's very strong there, and the Ducati is working well there. So, yeah, I think at the moment I keep my idea that he will be a rider fighting for the championship until the last race already this season.
Do you still feel it's going to be a 3-way fight? Is it going to be over the course of the season? Because we know we're going to get many different winners, many different podium finishes, but it feels like it's going to be Bautista, Bulega and Razgatlioglu for the championship. It'll be great if it is.
Yeah, I think at the moment, I think will be our 3, no? Because as you say, some riders can do podium, maybe fight for victories, but for the championship, sincerely, the more consistent rider, I think we are with 3, no?
Yeah, it's going to be. It's just been, I have to say, from our point of view, watching at home, it has been brilliant so far. Well, Alvaro, I know we don't have too much more time, but I've got a few questions from some of the fans who've got in touch. So one, first of all, here from Adam Jones, friend of mine, former British Touring Car Championship driver. Hello to you, Adam. Adam is saying, Alvaro, could you ask Alvaro the difference between a World Superbike and MotoGP and how much more physical the MotoGP bike is? So we know how hard you work on your fitness. What would you be focusing on if you're riding a MotoGP in comparison to the Superbike when he's talking about neck, legs, shoulders, etc.? Well, how different would the training be?
Well, at the end, I think about training, there is no big difference, no? It's more the adaptation with your body, no, for the bike, no, for sure. To ride a MotoGP bike is different from a World Superbike, no, especially because all this aerodynamics, all this new device, everything is like you have to do more strength riding the bike, no. At the end, you have to brake harder because also the carbon brakes. You have to keep the handlebar stronger because the power, no? So it's a different kind of riding, but I think about the training is more or less similar training, no? Just your body have to adapt to this kind of riding, no? But about my training, if I have to move to MotoGP, I don't think that I change many things, no? I think it's quite good because I keep my training from my times in MotoGP. I keep here in World Superbike, so I didn't change a lot from MotoGP to Superbike as well.
Okay, nice one. Also a question on Twitter, or X as it now is, from One Bad Mouse. And what does Alvaro think about the new MotoGP rules for 2027? So for anybody who hasn't seen this, we're going down from 1000cc to 850cc, less fuel, fewer engines available, no ride height devices either. What do you think about it, Alvaro? Because you were very much involved, weren't you, in 2007 when it went down from 990 to 800. So what do you think about 1000 going down to 850?
Well, at the end, it's new engine, so all the manufacturers have to spend a lot of money. Also, with the less engines available for the season, also you have to spend more money also for the durability. No, with the 1000 engine was easier because you cannot use basically all the power. No, with this with the new engines. You have to have better engine because you need the power, no, as well. So I think the manufacturers will spend more money. No, I don't know if this idea to change the engines is good or bad. No, also with the less power, for sure you can brake a bit later. So also for the overtakes will be more difficult to overtake on the brakings than now. You will have for sure more speed corners, so also more risk to crash because more speed corner mean that you are more close to the limit, no? So well, we have to see, no? I remember in 800 that the corner speed was really high because you don't have a lot of power exiting from the corner, no? So you have to gain all the time on the speed corner, no? So let's see, no? A good idea is at least this device, this shaper, and I think is more give more the power to the rider to ride a bike.
Yeah, because they're going to make the front of the bike a bit narrower, aren't they, and a bit shorter as well. So hopefully a little bit less aerodynamics. I guess Gigi Deligne might not be very happy about that because he's worked so hard on moving things forward. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. One from, this is GP3 Max on Twitter or X. Who would Alvaro like to see on the World Superbike grid from MotoGP or British Superbike? So if you could choose one or two riders to come in and join you on World Superbikes, who would it be?
Well, I don't know. I would like to see Pedrosa in
Yes.
with the Superbike. Yes, I'd like to see him because he is light. I would like to see him how he's riding the bike with the Pirelli, you know, and I'm curious to see him on a Superbike.
Okay, there was one from Jack Hammersley talking about the weight and how have you adapted your training to deal with the weight. I guess you've already answered that. You've put a little bit of weight on, you said. Fred has said, what's been your favourite or your best performance in World Superbike so far? Fred says there's plenty of wins to choose from.
Oof, I don't know. It's quite difficult, no? Because as you say, I won a lot of racing, no? But I think for me, one of my best races I felt was in Australia in 2022. In the Super Pole race, that it started to rain before the Super Pole race. I started with the slick tire, and the rest of the rider was on the wet.
Yes.
And at the end, the track started to dry, and I started to come back, and I won the race. No, I think was not because I won the race and the grid. No, it was not easy.
Okay, we were just losing you for a second, but you're back now. I know we've only got a few more minutes, Alvaro, so I'm just going to ask you some quick questions, and you can give me some really quick answers. The racing armchair. Would Alvaro prefer to have, this is an interesting question, would you prefer to have multiple MotoGP wins, but never win a championship, like Dani Pedrosa, or prefer to have World Championship wins in Superbikes, but never a MotoGP win? Well, I guess there's only one thing you can say there.
Well, I don't know. I would like to win races in both category and
Yeah.
and the championship was nice. No. At the moment, the only thing I have is I didn't win any races in MotoGP, and I won 2 championships in the World Superbike. So I'm happy with what I did in MotoGP, and I'm happy with what I'm doing in World Superbike because the situation is different, and unfortunately I didn't have a competitive bike or competitive team in the MotoGP. So my feeling is that I never can show all my potential in there. No, so at the end I'm happy with I'm achieved during all my career because I felt that in every moment I gave my best, no?
Autom is asking, Alvaro, what made you decide it was time to cut your hair? And that's been a very popular subject over the last few years. I remember the Draco Malfoy style. There's been lots of styles, but what made you decide to change again?
Well, no, nothing special, just in that moment I wanted to just keep free the hair. And in one moment I say, okay, it's time to cut. Maybe the age or something. No,
Was it
I'm
to
getting
have
old.
less weight, a little bit less weight?
No, I don't think no. No. I think it was more related for the age. No, I started to be that. I have to have a serious image, no?
That's a great answer. Quite a few people, Paul Alexander is one of them, asking about the Red Devil. The mascot, John O'Shooter, says as well. So they're asking about the Japanese symbol, the Japanese text, the writing, and the Red Devil. Where did that come from?
Well, the Red Devil, it started, I think, in 1999, I think, because at the first logo was myself with some devil's details, no? But then I changed myself and I put it directly a devil, no, a little devil. So it started there. Boop, it stayed with me all my career, no. And the Chinese letters is one secret. I mean, I don't say to nobody. Maybe a lot of millions of Chinese guys, they know what they say, no. But I don't like to say what it means for me.
Oh, that's it. So sorry, I said Japanese because the question said Japanese, but it's Chinese, is it? Okay,
it's Chinese. Yes.
Right. Okay, we'll have to try and check that. If anybody knows, that's a challenge from Alvaro. Alvaro, we've been talking for 26 minutes, so I've got 3 more, then I'll let you go because I know you probably need to get back to the swimming pool to pick up the girls.
Yeah, exactly. I'm on the way.
Are you on the way? Okay, sorry. So are you driving, are you? Okay, on the hands-free. We've got a question from Stuart Green. This is the big question. Will Alvaro be on the grid next year?
Well, at the moment, I mean, there is nothing spoke about because the starting of this season has been really, really tough for me, especially for the injury I had. So the first thing I wanted to be was fit, and then to recover the good feeling with the bike, no. Fortunately, I'm fit, and the feeling with the bike is coming, no. Still is not as I wanted. But it's coming. So, well, at the moment I'm not in a hurry not to take a decision. I will wait a little bit more, try to see how is my feeling, because at the end I'm racing because I'm having fun, no? So, and to having fun, first of all I have to have good feeling with the bike. This is my first target. First to say if I keep racing or not. First of all, I have to find my feeling, my soul with my bike, and then I will take a decision.
Okay, just 2 more. This can be a really fast answer, Alvaro. Lots of people saying, what's the favourite circuit you've ever raced in MotoGP or World Superbikes?
Yeah, for me, it has been always my favorite Sepang in Malaysia. Okay. It's really nice, yes.
And finally, this is from Chicky McFly on Instagram. She sent me lots of questions, but I'm just going to give you one for today because of the time. Life skills. Which life skills would you like to pass on to your girls, your daughters, mentally or physically, moving on for their lives in the future?
Well, I think, mentally I would like, because I feel a strong guy. I feel that in the difficult moment, I always take the positive things. I never give up, no. So for me, I think if I can pass them all these skills, is nice, no. And always try to do whatever you do your best. So no, and don't make you goals about the result, no. Just try to make your goals about your performance, no. To give always your best, and that's all.
Alvaro, thanks so much. Good luck going back to the pool. And I guess, are you going to be enjoying the Eurovision Song Contest on Saturday?
Yeah, for sure. What I say, I'm not passionate about music, no, but for sure it's always a really good contest, so I will enjoy.
Okay, Alvaro, thanks so much. I really appreciate the time there. It's nearly half an hour, so have a really good drive, and I'll see you soon.
Okay, see you soon.
Thanks so much. Bye for now.
Bye.
Where do you listen to your podcasts? At home or on the go? Subscribe now to Talking Away with Greg Haines on your favourite platform. You'd be doing me a favour if you did.